All right, if you're in the SAP world, you get it. You know just how powerful a perfectly tailored S/4HANA system can be. But you probably also know that sinking feeling in your stomach when you hear the word upgrade. Well, today, we're going to dig into how you can get the best of both worlds. A system that does exactly what you need it to, but is also totally ready for whatever comes next. Let's jump in. It's the classic trade-off, isn't it? You spend all this time and energy getting your system just right for your business, and then bam, an upgrade is on the horizon, and it feels like it could break everything you've built. You want all those cool new features, for sure, but you just can't risk the downtime, the marathon testing sessions, and the sky-high consultant bills to fix it all. And that, right there, is the heart of the problem. Those customizations that felt so essential at the time, they can slowly turn into this massive technical debt that just follows you around, turning what should be an agile, modern system into this fragile thing that's a total nightmare to maintain. To really get our heads around this, let's use an analogy. Imagine your core SAP system is like a brand new, high-tech, prefabricated house. Now, in the old days, customizing it was basically like grabbing a sledgehammer and just knocking holes in the walls wherever you want it. You'd be tapping directly into standard SAP code, messing with tables. You were getting deep into the very foundation of the house.
And look, for a while, it worked. These classical ABAP extensions, as they're called, solved the problem you had right in front of you. But what was really happening was you were messing with the structural integrity of the house. You were creating a system that was so brittle, any future upgrade felt less like a simple update and more like a massive, risky, and super expensive renovation project.
So, how do we break out of this endless cycle of customizing, breaking, and fixing? Well, the answer is a whole new way of thinking, a philosophy that SAP calls the clean core. And it's all about building on a foundation that's designed from the ground up to be stable and predictable, no matter what.
So a clean core is kind of like a house that was designed with special places for you to make changes. Instead of just smashing through any old wall, you're using pre-approved extension points and officially released APIs to add your new features. You're actually working with the system's design, not fighting against it.
This separation is the absolute key. It's the whole magic trick. By keeping your custom code totally separate from the core, SAP can just keep delivering new innovations and updates to the main house, and it won't touch any of your custom-built additions. It's awesome. You get the latest and greatest from them, while you get to keep all the unique stuff that makes your business special.
Okay, so if we want to keep our core clean, how do we actually do this? Well, we've basically got two main options. We can either work inside the house using the approved tools, or we can build a whole new structure next to the house.
This slide lays out those two paths perfectly. Over on the left, you've got in-app extensibility. That's all the stuff you do inside the house. And on the right, side-by-side extensibility, which is exactly what it sounds like. You're adding a whole new building right next door. Let's break them down.
First up, in-app extensibility. This is when you're making your changes right there, inside your S/4HANA system. The key here is that you're using a toolkit that the home builder, SAP, gave you. It's got all the approved fixtures and pre-drilled holes. You're using sanctioned tools and extension points, so you know you're not going to break anything. Now, even when you're working inside the house, there are a couple of different levels. Think of key user extensibility as the easy DIY stuff. Using SAP's modern Fury apps, you can make simple no-code tweaks to reports or user interfaces. Then you have developer extensibility. This is for the certified professionals. This is where your developers use the strict, well-governed ABAP cloud environment to build more complex extensions that are still guaranteed to be stable.
But what if you need to build something really big and new? Well, that's path number 2, building outside the house altogether. Using the SAP Business Technology Platform, you can create these incredibly powerful standalone apps. Think of it like building a smart guest house or a high-tech workshop on your property. They connect back to the main house using secure, stable APIs, which means the core system is left completely untouched. This is where you get ultimate flexibility without sacrificing any stability.
Okay, so we've talked about the how. Now let's get into the what. How do you look at your code, both old and new, and figure out if you're actually sticking to this clean core principle? Well, that's where the 3-tier model comes in. It's super helpful.
The easiest way to think about this is like a traffic light for your code. Tier 3 is the red light. Stop. This is your old, risky legacy code that's probably going to break during an upgrade. Tier 2 is your yellow light. Caution. This is like a temporary bridge you use only when a proper Tier 1 solution isn't ready yet. And finally, Tier 1 is the green light. Go. This is the goal. Clean, stable, cloud-ready code built using those modern methods we just talked about.
And this slide right here, this is the destination. This is where we want to get. A system built entirely on Tier 1 extensions is a system that's ready for anything. Upgrades are a breeze, it's incredibly stable, and it's ready for all the cool innovations on the horizon, like AI. This is what a modern IT landscape really looks like. And for the business, that means you can innovate faster, and your total cost of ownership goes way down.
So, this all sounds pretty good, right? But where do you even begin this journey? Well, the good news is you don't have to figure it all out on your own. SAP gives you a really powerful toolkit to help you build the right way, right from the start. The two biggest resources you're going to want to get familiar with are the SAP Extensibility Explorer and the SAP Business Accelerator Hub. Let's just quickly touch on what each one does. Think of the SAP Extensibility Explorer as your guide, your library of blueprints. It's packed with real-world examples and use cases. It is the perfect place to go to see how other people have solved problems that are probably similar to yours, and just to get inspired for your own projects. Okay, so once you've got your idea, you need the actual building blocks. And that's exactly what the SAP Business Accelerator Hub is for. It's basically a marketplace full of pre-built APIs, connectors, and integrations. So you need to connect your new custom app to your sales order data? Yep, there's an API for that. This is how you make sure you're connecting all your new extensions back to the core in a safe and reliable way. And really, that's what it all comes down to. We've seen how this clean core idea can help you finally escape that upgrade trap and build a system that's both flexible and stable. We've looked at the modern tools that make it all possible. So the question to leave you with is, how clean is your core, and what's your plan to get it ready for the future?
Today, we are diving